In order to convert from standard to vertex form without going through a whole lot of extra effort, you want to use completing the square. All right, so to start out with, standard form of a quadratic says f of x equals a, x squared plus bx plus c. And what you're doing is you're trying to get it to look like this. F of x equals a times x minus h squared plus k. Now, in our class, we decided to hold a steady. We were like, no weird a's. So we are only doing this for when a is equal to 1. That being said, it is possible to complete the square with an a value, all right? Just ain't nobody got time for that right now, okay? That is something for another day. So if your a value is 1, the way that you find a c value that completes the square here, you're going to take your b value, divide it by 2, and square it. And so what that'll do is that'll produce a binomial that says x plus whatever b divided by 2 is squared. And that sounds really easy right now. Let's try it. I actually find this is less intimidating than you would think. So let's do x squared minus 6x minus 5, because why not? Now remember, y and f of x are the same thing. So I do y because I like y more. But if that says f of x, don't freak out. It's the same thing. So the first thing is I look at my current c value. That negative 5, that's not the c that I want. That doesn't make a perfect square trinomial. So I physically scoot him over, right over to that side. And I make space for a new c, a better c, an improved c. All right. Now the thing is that if I just randomly add something there, I need to make sure that my equation's still balanced. Normally I would add it to this side also, right? What you do to one side, you have to do to the other. But I want y by itself. So what I do instead is I just subtract whatever that same number is. Because if I add something and I subtract that same something, I really didn't do anything. Okay? So to calculate my c value, I usually come to the side here. I'm going to take that b, which is negative 6. I divide it by 2, and then I square up. That means I fight it out in the courtyard. Just kidding. Don't do that. So here, negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. And negative 3 squared is a positive 9. All right? Your c should always come out positive because every time you square something that's negative, it comes out positive. So I'm adding 9 and I'm subtracting 9. All right? I haven't changed the weight of the equation. Adding and subtracting that same thing cancels each other out. But these first 3 terms will turn into a binomial squared. All right? And it's x and then whatever your b is divided by 2. So negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. If your b was positive, so if this said plus 6x, this would be a plus 3. Okay? It carries what I call the fall down sign. Now remember, there's more than just these 3 terms here. There's also these awkward ones that are being left out that we didn't care about. So those you combine together. So negative 5 minus 9 is negative 14. And they stay outside in the form of k. So there it is. It went from standard form to vertex form. And it's really with a minimal amount of effort.